Hi, second graders. It's Mrs. Myers here. We're going to do some work on answering test questions like an ace detective. This lesson goes along with the second grade packet number 3. So, we're going to talk about 4 strategies that readers use to answer questions at the ends of passages. Sometimes it's a test, sometimes it's a quiz, sometimes it's just like the stories in your packets. So, the first strategy I want you to think about is to read the questions first. A good detective needs to know what he's looking for. A great reader does too. You might think it's top secret, but it's not. We're going to talk about all of these strategies to help you be the most successful when answering these questions in your packet and in the future. So let's look at the story Chocolate Long Ago and Today. I put the questions first on this screen and the story second. So what I want you to do is read those questions. There are 4 questions, and get your mind ready or searching your detective brain looking for the answers in the story as you read. So you'll read the questions first and then read the story. All right, then you'll go back and answer those questions, and that should make things a little bit easier for you. We'll do that together at the end of this lesson. The second strategy is to look back to find the evidence. Here you have to do some investigating. Think about what you already know in your head and use your skills and strategies that we've worked on all year at school. Let's do a little practice. I have 2 questions on the left and a little sentence text on the right in the notepad. Let's read the questions first. Where is the drawing displayed? In the gym, in the office, in the hallway? And the second question, why did they put the drawing in the hallway? They were proud of the drawing. No one liked the drawing. The drawing was boring. All right, now I'm ready to read the text. The exceptional drawing was displayed in the hallway of the school for everyone to see. Now I go back to my question, where is the drawing displayed? I remember that. I know. The drawing was displayed in the hallway. But I can go back there and prove it because it's a right there answer. The answer is right there in the text that I can prove my answer is right. I should never miss a right there question. I see the word, it was displayed in the hallway. There's my answer in the hallway. Good to go. The next question's a little bit trickier. Why did they put the drawing in the hallway? The author didn't really say why they put it in the drawway, so I have to think about why they would put that drawing in the hallway. Let's look at my choices. They were proud of the drawing. No one liked the drawing. The drawing was boring. I see an exclamation mark there. I know about some things that happened to me. If I did really well on a paper, maybe my mom would put that on the refrigerator, and I bet your family does that too. If you do a nice piece of art in art class, I'm sure you display it when you get home. Your family is very proud of you. So the best answer for that would be that they were proud of the drawing. It wouldn't make sense to put a boring drawing or a drawing that no one likes in the hallway. All right, the next strategy is to check to see if the answer fits. Now, let's look at the question. The word exceptional means small, outstanding, ugly. Here, what I want you to do is to think about all of the choices that you have, the 3 choices that you have, and kind of plug them in, see if they work there. The small drawing was displayed in the hallway of the school for everyone to see. Maybe. The outstanding drawing was displayed in the hallway of the school for everyone to see. That one makes the most sense to me. And ugly. The ugly drawing was displayed in the hallway of the school for everyone to see. No, I don't think they would put an ugly drawing in the hallway. So my choices are outstanding and small, and I think outstanding is a positive thing and exceptional is a positive thing. So I think that outstanding and exceptional mean about the same thing. So I would choose B, outstanding. Okay, and the last strategy we're going to talk about is that sometimes the answer is obviously wrong. If it's obviously wrong, I want you to throw it out, put a big X on it, because you can't throw a sentence off of the paper, but you can use your pencil and you can make an X. I'm going to ask you not to make a big old scribble mark that you can't even read it in case you'd make a mistake or rethink your situation and have a better choice. Don't cross it out that you can't see it. Just put an X. Let's show an example. All right, the word exceptional means small, outstanding, and ugly. We already talked about, I don't think that ugly would make any sense because you wouldn't display something that was ugly in the hallway of the school or of your home. So I would throw ugly away and only have two choices, small and outstanding. And we talked about outstanding is the better choice. So let's put this all together. Let's do the reading passage, Chocolate Long Ago and Today from ReadWorks. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is to read the questions on the left side of the screen. So, number 1, chocolate comes from cocoa beans. What are cocoa beans? Vegetables, meat, fruits. Wow, that's interesting to me. I'm going to have to read the passage to get an answer. I don't really have an idea yet. Number 2, the text compares the chocolate made by Native American groups thousands of years ago and the chocolate that spread through Europe. How are these chocolates different? Number 3, Native American groups in Central America made drinks using cocoa beans. Some used cocoa beans like money. Some even thought of chocolate as the food of the gods. What does this information tell us about these Native American groups? And number 4, based on the text, which statement about how chocolate is made is most likely correct? All right, so now my brain's ready. I'm looking for the information about these 4 questions, so things might stand out to me when I'm reading. Chocolate Long Ago and Today by ReadWorks. What is your favorite dessert? Is it a candy bar, a cupcake, a brownie? Many of these desserts are made with chocolate. Chocolate is very popular all around the world. People today eat and drink it in many forms. People from long ago did too. Chocolate comes from cocoa beans. Cocoa beans are fruits. They come from the cacao tree. People have grown these trees for many years. Thousands of years ago, Native American groups in Central America grew these trees. Chocolate was important to them. Some of them made drinks using cocoa beans. Some used cocoa beans like money. Some even thought of chocolate as the food of the gods. Over time, chocolate was brought to other places too. Spain was the first place in Europe where chocolate was eaten. They started adding sugar to make chocolate sweeter. From there, chocolate spread through Europe. Today, cacao trees grow in places that are along the equator. The beans are sent to places around the world, and around the world, those beans are used to make chocolate. All right, now I'm ready to answer my questions. Chocolate comes from cocoa beans. What are cocoa beans? I remember this answer, but I'm going to look back in my text and find the answer right in my text. Chocolate comes from cocoa beans. Cocoa beans are fruits. That's a right there answer. I can clearly answer letter C, fruits. Number 2, the text compares the chocolate made by Native American groups thousands of years ago and the chocolate that spread through Europe. How are these chocolates different? Let's look back in our story. I see this paragraph here has Native American groups in Central America, and this paragraph here has Europe and what they did in Europe. So my answer choices are: the chocolate that spread through Europe had less sugar and was more bitter. The chocolate that spread through Europe had more sugar and was sweeter. The chocolate that spread through Europe was darker and more expensive. I'm going to focus in on this paragraph where Europe is written, since all 3 answers have the word Europe in. So over time, chocolate was brought to other places. Spain was the first place in Europe where chocolate was eaten. They started adding sugar to make chocolate sweeter. There we go. That's my answer. It matches right up with choice B. The chocolate that spread through Europe had more sugar and was sweeter. So that's another right there answer. All right, question number 3. Native American groups in Central America made drinks using cocoa beans. Some used cocoa beans like money. Some even thought of chocolate as the food of the gods. Those sentences are taken right out of the reading passage, so this question wants me to focus on those sentences. So I don't have to go back into my reading passage because they've brought it right here into the question. The question is, what does this information tell us about these Native American groups? Chocolate was not very important to them. They only ate chocolate. Chocolate was very important to them. This is one of those passages or texts where I need to think because the author doesn't come right out and tell me. So let's look for some clues up here in this text. So, Native Americans used cocoa beans like money, and I find this food of the gods. Now, to me, money is pretty important, and food of the gods sounds like that would be pretty important. So I think knowing that information and what I know about money and how people might think food of the gods would be, I can clearly answer letter C. Chocolate was very important to them. All right. And now let's go on to question number 4. Based on the text, which statement about how chocolate is made is most likely correct? Chocolate is made by using cocoa beans and other ingredients like sugar. B, chocolate is made by baking cocoa beans and letting them cool overnight. Or C, chocolate is made by freezing cocoa beans and adding sugar to them. Well, I'm going to say that one of these is obviously wrong based on my thinking. I think letter C is wrong, and I can throw that out because a couple of things. If the chocolate was made very long ago with Native American groups and the cocoa beans come from cacao trees that are along the equator. I know it's really hot down by the equator. And if they were able to make chocolate a long time ago, I don't know how they would have frozen cocoa beans. So I don't think that would be an accurate answer. So I'm going to focus on A and B. Chocolate is made by using cocoa beans and other ingredients like sugar. That's true, that's in the story. And chocolate is made by baking cocoa beans and letting them cool overnight. I don't remember anything about baking in the story or cooling cocoa beans. So I think my best answer is letter A. Chocolate is made by using cocoa beans and other ingredients like sugar. I know that they did that in Europe, so I feel pretty confident that the letter A is my best choice. So that concludes our lesson and the 4 strategy used to help you to answer your multiple choice questions or fill in the blank questions that might appear at the end of a reading passage. So keep reading, Little Eagles and Ace Detectives, and I'll see you next time on the Maple Ridge YouTube channel. Take care.